Alright, what's up, you DJ? Today we're going to be reacting to the Insufferable Airbnb host crisis. So let's get into it.
To see how Airbnb guests left the place after a 2-night stay. So they used the blanket to check the trash. They didn't take the trash out, which I don't require the guests to. I'm always scared to check the bathroom. I literally leave 2 rolls of toilet paper in here for a 2-night stay, which I personally think is more than enough. Toilet paper is always gone. 2 full rolls of toilet paper.
Toilet paper is literally 70 cents. And if she's buying it in bulk, which I'm assuming she is because she has a business like this, they're probably even cheaper. Being this stingy as a host is simply beyond me. How are you?
Okay, so somebody uses a bunch of toilet paper and you're mad at them? Like, what if they just had to take a shit every single hour? Like, some days it'd be like that. What if they got food poisoning because your stink ass fucking refrigerator had gross shit in it? Like, come on.
You're gonna get mad at your guests for using something that was intended to be used. But let's keep watching because these Airbnb hosts only get more insufferable.
Oh, let's stop here. Looks like they used some of the towels. First look, what do we think? Definitely could be more tidy. Clothes on the floor, trash in.
Okay, so if you're gonna Airbnb, have an Airbnb, you should at least expect it to be dirty. Like, why are you so pissed about it being dirty? You should expect that as it's basically a hotel, but like kind of an upgrade. Like, you shouldn't be bitching about that, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Probably gonna have to get someone to do the bathrooms. I ain't doing this, bruh.
That was literally like the most minimal footprint you could have left as a guest. The wind could have blown and it would have left more of a presence in it. If you're genuinely bothered by this level of use on your property, then you might be in the wrong business. But let's hear her final thoughts after skimming through the whole house.
I'm usually nervous to leave a review first because I feel like that's going to remind them to leave me a review because they'll want to see their review. And then I'm like, well, what if they didn't really like the place and they get a 4-star review? So I might just wait to leave them a review and then maybe they'll forget about it. Literally with my fiance, I tell him like, leave the guest a review so they can leave you a review. For the last guest that stayed at his place, he left them a review pretty much right after they left. And then yesterday they left a review, 4 stars. That's literally my worst fear.
You know, for someone who's supposed to be a host, she doesn't seem very hospitable. When I think of a good host, I think of someone who's warm, welcoming, enjoyable to be around. But this hostess seems to have such a corporate personality. It seems like it's all a numbers game for her. And look, if that's how you want to be behind the scenes, do your thing. But if you choose to express your opinions online, on the public internet, don't be surprised if criticism comes your way. And I've kind of started to notice a pattern here, that for some odd reason, these Airbnb hosts with really dull, unlikable personalities are choosing to get online and share their opinions and try to become these content creators. How do they not realize that going online and showing people how shitty your personality is only gonna hurt their business? And the perfect example of this is this young Airbnb host couple who do reviews on their guests' stays at their locations.
We just had 4 Airbnb guys check out from a 3-night stay.
We already know they had some kids with them because the lights are crooked as heck and there's a ball in the driveway. So let's go see how they left their house.
Let's go.
I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, it's just to autumn and whatever. It's against the house rules to move furniture. So a rule is a rule. I don't care if you guys think it's nothing. It just shows that there was no respect for the house rules.
Whoa, we got a lot of stuff. They have to throw away their trash. It's cheap.
Okay, so I'll kind of on board with the person there. Don't leave food if you know it's gonna mold when you leave. At least throw it out if it starts to mold or something. But also they could have just forgot. If I forgot something was there, I would probably I don't know, pay extra or be sorry about that or something. But just to leave food there. But I have no idea if they paid extra or was sorry about it. But if they make a mistake, well, it's not that deep, and it probably doesn't even smell that bad. I bet you these people are fucking the most sensitive people in the world. And yeah.
Alright.
We have food in here too.
Basket's full of laundry.
Yeah, and this bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah, this is definitely one way to ensure that these guests never come back again and no one else wants to book your listing in the future.
This is not how I leave it.
And there's makeup on it. So far we have one rule broken because there's furniture moved, and a probably, I don't know, this is makeup. It could be ruined. It could have a ruined rug on it, and I don't know how well stuff like this comes out of the rug. Uh-oh, more damage. All right, we got 2 full bags of trash. I'm not sure how that's even possible in 24 hours.
Single edition.
Okay, so the broken blinds, kind of like what the hell, bro? But whatever.
Dishes.
Wow.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We don't ask them to wash them, but
Nothing left in the fridge. Did you leave any drinks in there?
yeah, I left like, I don't know, 4 or 5 things.
And why does it sound like they do everything so begrudgingly? We don't ask our guests to wash the dishes, but they left dishes. Wait, so you mean to tell me that they drank the complimentary drinks that we left in the fridge for them? I don't know about these guests. Brief intermission, y'all. I got an opportunity for you. If you've ever wished that payday came sooner, this might actually help. Or just want to smooth, if you scan the QR, complete those steps, if you feel like, man,
That was rolled up. Somebody pulled that down because this paper was all the way up here. That doesn't just fall like that.
So they're messing with our photography paper?
Which has a fee on our rules.
Uh-oh.
So it gets worse.
But what's the point in that being moved though? Like, what benefit does that bring? I don't understand.
Stool.
Oh, isn't that just nice? We have a kitchen stool in the bedroom. Cool.
You know somebody was fucking in that bed and they were cooking. Alright, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. That was kind of outrageous. My bad.
Oh, great. Another thing of our blinds broken.
There's one bathroom and there was like 10 people.
Okay, the blinds broken is kind of like bull. Like, how do you break a blind, bro? They're probably going at it too hard. And one of them was like, oh. Like, of course, wrestling, they're like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Here, so it's probably very high traffic.
We got some cleanser.
Disgusting. I don't even know if it shows up on camera. It is disgusting.
It sinks in.
Just wipe it down.
It is so gross.
where in your business mind do you think your guests or even people who haven't used your property would want to see this type of video after they left your property? What happened to being a warm, welcoming, bubbly host? Posting this type of content is basically letting your guests know that they're not allowed to be comfortable in your property. That if they breathe wrong, they might break a house rule. They do something that slightly inconveniences you, they might get charged with a fee. Like, I thought the whole point of a business is to bring in more customers, not scare them away. And you know, for hosts who are such sticklers, you would think that they would at least be efficient in dealing with issues that arise for their guests. And if it's not something that they're able to fix right away, they can at least have a positive attitude and be warm towards their guest. But no, that isn't the case with these two.
We just had one guest check out from the 2 nights stay.
We fear it may be the first ever 1-star review we've ever gotten.
Let's go check out the space while we tell you guys why.
Let's go.
At first, everything was going great. Check-in went smoothly. He was here to work a night shift at one of our local businesses. So he was getting back really late, early in the morning, I guess. He left us a note. Great host, a nice place. Thank you, and I hope to return. Well, maybe we will be getting back with you. So anyways, his first morning staying with us, we got a message at 4 a.m. saying that the Wi-Fi wasn't working. After he woke up, we quickly messaged him back and asked what he would like us to do about it.
Fingers crossed that that isn't what they said verbatim. Imagine coming to your host with an issue and they just hit you with the, so what do you want me to do about this? Now, I'm not expecting them to magically fix the problem, but there's...
Excuse me, ma'am. Your roof just blew up out of nowhere. I have no idea why. What do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do about it? Like, BAM! What are you talking about?
How to be better ways to speak to your guests and comfort them and let them know that you have things under control. You're gonna
I'll be like, yeah, okay, we'll assess this situation, or like, not even be like that. Okay, we're trying to figure it out right now. Thank you for telling us, like, something like that.
and handle it and everything's gonna be alright. And it's so weird that now that people are calling out this couple for their unwelcoming, unhospitable behavior towards their guests, they're trying to rely on this sob story cop-out of mental health and faith, and sadly they're not taking much accountability. They think everyone is just misunderstanding them, like we don't see them with our own two eyes shaming their guests on social media. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the way they talk about their guests and the way they shame them aligns with Christianity.
As you may know, my wife and I have been somewhat canceled over the last 2 weeks. We believe it's just because people are misperceiving the way that we're coming across in our videos. Everyone that knows us knows that we're actually not like that. But Doesn't matter. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, this would have like actually destroyed me and my mental space. It probably would have made me depressed and put me in a really bad place. That's not the case today, and I'm really thankful because my identity is not in what people think of me. If you don't like me, that's okay. You can scroll. You can leave a hate comment. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. Paul says in Galatians, if I'm still trying to please people, then I'm not a servant of Christ.
Yeah, so there's definitely a level of religious psychosis happening here, but we're not gonna get into that.
And that's just the case for us today. I'm not out to please everyone on social media. Clearly haven't.
Yeah, man, I'm not here to please everybody, you know. I did punch that lady, and I did shoot that black guy, but, you know, I'm with Christ, so what can I say? You can say all the hate comments, you can try to put me in jail, but, yo, I don't really care. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here! Damn! Getting on people's nerves.
Done it over the last couple of weeks, but I am a servant of Jesus Christ. So the opinions don't matter as long as I believe we're not in the wrong for anything. Our actual genuine Airbnb guest.
Yeah, I believe I'm not in the wrong because I killed a black guy. I hit an old lady and I went in the back of I took 200 kids in the back of Spencer's, you know. But I believe I was wrong, you know. So you guys can say all the hate comments and stuff. I don't really care. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Have always written great reviews.
Wait, hold
and
on,
always
that
have
was
great
actually
times.
scripted.
If you see anything,
I have Benitez, he's going on the just bang shit up my knee. Just get on
bad
video.
about us online. It's just the people online. And that's all. Nothing more than that. None of them are actual clients. So now let's carry on with the walkthrough.
And look, I understand for Airbnb hosts, there are times when they do need to be strict, when guests do go overboard, so don't get me wrong, I'm not against hosts having rules and guidelines and adding charges to enforce them when necessary. Because trust me, there are definitely some Airbnb guests that deserve it. Case in point.
You guys are not ready for the type of horrible guests we had. These are disrespectful people who don't care about others' things, and it's just sad that there's actually people like this, but I feel like I need to show you some. I'm walking in. Once again, you guys
Guess what
are
I
prepared.
measured?
This is the front door. Mind you, how disgusting this is and disrespectful to do this to someone else's property. Horrible, horrible people. Are you joking?
Guess what I measured?
You guys, this used to be a table with the glass on top. Yeah.
Damn. Alright, yeah, that is disrespectful.
Horrible.
You see, that deserves all the outrage. They should
Yeah,
damn near
exactly.
sue those people.
This is just the entrance of the house, by the way. Okay. Now we're in the kitchen.
God damn.
They did not pick up a lick of trash. They actually came here to ruin our house. Are you joking?
It's here. Oh, yeah, I seen that Burkhouse shirt.
We want to apologize to everyone who bought Lorene Co. gum because we lied. It's true, our gum is built around.
Tanya's 24th birthday, mind you. This is just disgusting.
God damn.
There's just beer everywhere. Like, I can't. Silverware in the living room on the floor. This is disgusting. Disgusting.
God
Let's
damn.
start in the upstairs living room.
I know they're
Whole
partying.
Chicken on the table. Food on the table. Like,
The next day.
they don't know how to clean. The first bedroom.
Oh.
They
I've
broke
actually had that
blinds.
happen to mine.
They broke the blinds. Like,
It's really
why would they
annoying to
move
put
off
back.
the blinds? Okay, we have 2 blankets missing.
Damn, they took the blankets. What the hell them?
And the bed is broken. Okay. Don't worry, I will post their face because I think that we need to bring back public shaming. Mind you, we have a guest coming in a few hours and I have no idea what we're going to do and I feel bad for them because now they're going to have like a bad impression of us. But I want you guys to take a good look. Take a good look at these people, okay?
Yeah, that looks like a
These
dickhead.
are disrespectful people, the worst of the worst people.
Yeah, those look like
and
dickheads.
they honestly
Oh,
deserve
the
nothing.
mom was
but
there, y'all. The mom didn't want to say anything.
since she wanted to hide her face, let's zoom in a little, okay? Yeah. And we love doing Airbnb. Like, this is our home that we had. I grew up in this house, and we've shared it with so many wonderful people, and like they've had great memories here. But then there's people like this who just have no respect for other people, and it's sad and I just think you guys need to see this.
First of all, I want to say I'm so glad the guests weren't black, because I saw that name Tanya and I was low-key scared. Because the black community already has so many negative stereotypes against us. If these guests had turned out to be black, the internet would have been talking about this till next year. But all that aside, this is the type of stay that's worth the outrage. Not a couple misplaced pillows, 1 or 2 trash bags, and some used up toilet paper. If that's all the damage that the...
No, the damage was insane. Broken blinds, beer bottles everywhere in the mall. Didn't want to say anything. That's crazy. Like, they should definitely be charged, or at least, like he said, fucking sue them. That is unacceptable. I would, like, if I brought 20 people up there, it wouldn't even be that bad.
Yes, did please handle that behind the scenes. If you gotta charge them behind the scenes. Don't get online on the public internet and express how bad of a guest they were, how repugnant their stay was, and how you're disgusted by them, how grossed out you are by them, because that is a surefire way to kill any traffic to your listing. Especially if you're doing it over something that's so minimal and takes little effort to fix. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably curious about the rules of their Airbnb, so here they are.
Somebody posted the house rules for that Cassie and John Airbnb, and here's the crazy fees that they charge. First, for unregistered guests, it's $200 per night per guest. Granted, people shouldn't be staying there if they don't have permission, but $200 a night seems excessive. Also, they misspelled registered. Security cameras are in place. We will monitor the number of guests entering the home. All right, that's a little creepy. No smoking or vaping within 20 feet of the patio. Okay, fire hazard, I get it. Smoking within 20 feet of the property will be a minimum $800 cleaning fee. $800 for what? Their late checkout fee, though, is probably the most ludicrous. So the base fee for late checkout is $200, and then it's an additional $50 every 10 minutes. So checkout is at 10. If you check out at 10:30, it's a $350 late fee. So checking out 1 hour late at 11 is $500. No exceptions. And then for that piano that is unnecessary to be there in the first place. Children under the age of 13 are not permitted to use the piano, nor is any adult who does not know how to properly play the piano. Like, why even put it in there?
And the crazy part is there are even worse Airbnb hosts. This next Airbnb host makes those two seem tolerable.
We're staying at an Airbnb in San Juan, and these are all the fines that we could potentially get if we break any of the Airbnb rules. Who wants to go first?
Which is most craziest to me is if you lose the TV remote, $300.
$300 for a TV remote. I don't think there's any TV remote in this world that costs $300. It better be the TV remote from that Adam Sandler movie, bro. I better be able to fast forward time, go back in time, pause time, all of that.
Another fine, if you clog the toilet, fine.
There's too many to count. Go ahead. If you put the AC less than 71, you're fine. $300.
Fine. There's also a quiet hour, like around 6 or 7 p.m. So if you're too loud, first warning, fine. Second warning, larger fine. Third warning, cops show up and larger fine.
There's a $300 non-registered person fee. So somebody come that's not registered, $300.
We had to send in our IDs to the Airbnb host, and if one of those people that didn't send in their ID comes in, $300 fine per person. Oh, another one.
Not to mention harassment. You threaten, you text them. $199.
$200 per threat that you make to the Airbnb host. Not even joking.
My thought process is like, what has this guy gone through to create these rules?
And then $125 if you even have a water bottle in the jacuzzi.
Yes, no
Any drinks?
We are set on a 3-minute shower per person.
As long as you run out of water, we have to pay. We're fine. $300 right now.
See, don't get me wrong. The trash fee. It says if there is any trash laying around unit, $200. $20 for some trash. Clean fuels.
We're already paying for the cleaning fee anyway, so no amount of trash can be left behind. Which valid, we pick up after ourselves anyway.
The key. If you lose a set of key, $300.
We'll see how many fines we actually end up breaking. I hope none. But I really feel like the loud noise, the quiet hour time might be one because there's just like 15 of us. So
I think these people genuinely forget that they work in hospitality, which literally means to be friendly, generous, and warm towards your guests, visitors, or strangers. So maybe look deeper into your job description. You know, when Airbnb first started getting popular on the scene, it felt like one of the greatest travel hacks ever. You could rent an entire cabin in the mountains, a beach house, a penthouse downtown. It offered a variety of experiences and was a lot of times cheaper than getting 2 hotels. Plus, a lot of times properties would have things like an entire kitchen, a backyard, and a pool. So for a while there, hotels couldn't compete. For a while, Airbnb didn't just disrupt the hotel industry, it became the hotel industry. But you see, somewhere along the line, something happened. Something changed. People stopped feeling like guests and started feeling like unpaid employees. Hosts would have these crazy, demanding, strenuous rules, and then to top it off, guests would end up with these preposterous cleaning fees, taxes, service fees that sometimes would cost more than the base charge for the stay. Like, it genuinely made no sense.
I prefer a hotel to an Airbnb. That's just my vibe. But my son hit me, he's like, yo, we're going to LA. He's like, yo, let's stay at a B&B. I'm like, all right, send it over. A modern Hollywood charm, beautiful gowns, beautiful, very fair price of $383 a night, 3 bedrooms. Now, it is actually cheaper and fiscally more responsible to stay at a B&B, so I'm on board. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Then I changed my mind. So the price, $383 a night for 3 nights is $1,150. I'm like, all right, calm, cool. Cleaning fee, $380. Airbnb service fee, $216. Taxes, $223.50. Bringing the grand total to $1,970 cash. We're talking damn near $900 in fees. Father, we're straying. Please bring us back on this path. Now, I already don't like B&Bs like that. I just feel it's not my thing. Somebody tell me how that makes sense. B&B, logically speaking, how do we go from something that's $300 something a night? That should be around $900 to $1 million. How the fuck do we end up at $2,000?
And honestly, to no one's surprise, Airbnb hosts are seeing less bookings these days. With just 2 weeks until the FIFA World Cup arrives in Atlanta, some short-term rental hosts and hotel operators say bookings have not reached the levels they expected, prompting some property managers to lower prices in hopes of attracting more guests. And I mean, when people are having such horrible experiences, paying these almost predatory prices, being shamed online, and being held responsible for the aftercare of the listing while paying cleaning fees, it's no wonder the tone of discourse around Airbnbs has completely changed. And I mean, it's for valid reason.
I actually don't want to stay in nobody's house. When Airbnb first came out, cute. Love her. Very homey, very comfy. But then you run out of toilet paper. Or then you run out of towels. Who's coming to restock these things?
I understand Airbnbs offer a unique experience, but for a lot of people, hotels just save them that hassle that they don't want to deal with, especially on vacation. And I mean, at the end of the day, the whole point of a vacation is to experience something new, something different from what you're used to back home.
Bring back hotels. I don't know why everybody want to stay at an Airbnb, but I don't want to stay at no Airbnb. I'm sorry. If you invite me on a trip, I'm getting a hotel. I'm getting a hotel room because I want the complimentary breakfast. Yes, I'm going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning down here with my coffee in my robe with my hair wrapped up in my slippers getting a complimentary breakfast that I paid for, yes. And then after all of that, I'm going to go up to my room, take me a night shop, and go lounge by the pool. Y'all want to get an Airbnb, we got to find a place for the pool. No, baby, I'm just staying at a hotel. I'm going to just stay at a hotel in my own room. It works out for everybody. I don't want no Airbnb. Then y'all want to cook. I ain't come on this vacation to cook. I came on this vacation to not do anything that I do in my real life. That includes cooking. So I'm about to eat out every night I'm here. I'm about to call the room service when I leave and ask them, hey, can y'all go and change my sheets and stuff? Because I want me a fresh bed made when I get back. Because I'm not making no bed. I'm not living the life that I'm living at home. I'm a new bitch. Okay? Yeah, we gotta bring back hotels because y'all done just got so hooked to Airbnb. No, baby, I'm gonna take my Hilton room with my king size bed for one and go lay down, all right?
In only one circumstance does an Airbnb really make sense, and that's if you're traveling with like your entire family, you want the space, you want the kitchen, you want multiple bathrooms. that makes sense. It's cost effective in that way. But in every other circumstance, a hotel is still prime, okay? It reminds me of two circumstances personally that I've suffered. One was I went to an Airbnb, I booked a nice Airbnb, I paid top dollar only to receive an essay on things I had to do. I had to take out the trash, I had to clean the kitchen, I had to make my bed. And on top of that, I was charged a cleaning fee. So what was the point of the cleaning fee if I also have to clean? Second being the security aspect. Someone while I was in Spain walked straight into my apartment that I had booked because the code for their apartment was the same for our apartment. Can you imagine if that went bad? Just get a hotel. Just get a hotel. It is literally always going to be better than an Airbnb unless you're traveling with 20 people.
And since I've given the perspective of guests, it's only fair that I give the perspective of Airbnb hosts as well.
I'm an Airbnb owner. I'm also somebody who goes and visits hotels. I am so tired of having to hear people say, well, I would just book a hotel. I'm not going to go visit your cabin. Our cabins and hotels are not even comparable. Yes, they're a place for you to sleep at night. But my cabins, let's just take one of them, has 3 bedrooms. Okay, are you comparing that to 3 hotel rooms? Are you comparing that my cabin has 3 fireplaces in it? Are you comparing that your hotel room has a mini fridge and nothing to cook on?
We're talking about fees, big dog.
Kitchen for you to use.
We're talking about fees, big dog. All of us are fed up with the fees, big dog. We don't want to have to pay you $100, $300 for cleaning fees that you don't even have, that you don't even clean anything. Y'all just sit there like lazy bums and think about cleaning something. And on top of that, a little apartment right now, it's like $400. Then after that, the service fee, you all leave like 3 drinks in there. It's like $500. Like, of course, nobody want to go to your Airbnb. Yes, it's spacious and stuff. We're not paying $300 and $500 on top of like $1,000 for a whole thing for my whole family. I'd rather just go get $50 per night hotels and be up, like that guy said, be up early in the morning and get free breakfast. Like, come on, man. Like the guy said in the video, we're trying to escape our normal life. We're trying to like go and do shit. So damn, that shit just pissed me off. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Don't make a video. It's not gonna work out well because none of us are on board with what you're saying.
I also have a private hot tub. You don't have to share with anybody. I even have pool access. Same thing as the hotel does. You have to go down the street for it, but there's still pool access. You also get soaring mountain views of this cabin. Do you get that at this hotel? Probably not, unless you paid for a nicer room to have those views. You probably have a view of the Denny's parking lot. Yes, we charge cleaning fees, though are baked into the total price you see now in Airbnb. Okay? Like you see the total price on the hotel room. And yes, we do ask that you put your trash in the trash can outside, because that's a bear-proof trash can. I don't want them breaking into our cabin trying to get to your stuff. And if you think, oh, putting trash outside is just way too much of a thing for me to do, then frankly, don't book us. Don't book a cabin. Go stay somewhere else where you can be a slob. So anytime I hear people saying, oh, well, hotels are better. Okay, I want you to write down everything that hotel is going to get you. Book the same amount of rooms that you're going to book at our cabin. And then tell me, 1, is it cheap? Usually it's not. And 2, are you getting the same exact amenities, which you're usually not? And let's not even get into the whole thing of, I like supporting small business. I like supporting mom and pop. Yeah, you're supporting a local Tennessee cabin owner. Versus, you want to go stay down at the Holiday Inn or the Marriott and support corporations? Okay. We pay living wages to our cleaners. Do they? So yeah, anybody who says that we compete with hotels has absolutely zero idea how this industry works.
Wait, no selling fees on Vinted? Yep, earn cash from homeware, fashion,
sports game. Okay. His argument might have just convinced me a little bit, especially towards the end there. Once he started talking about not supporting big corporations, helping local businesses and business owners, paying people livable wages. Hey man, those are all things I support. But at the end of the day, as consumers, it's up to you what you prefer. Some people like the Airbnb experience, some people prefer the hotel. And of course, they both come with their pros and cons. But I will say for all the Airbnb hosts out there, if you're gonna choose to pursue this line of business, please remember that you're in the hospitality industry and be hospitable to your guests. Now I've shown some terrible Airbnb hosts in this video, but I think it's only right that I also show some great examples of hospitable Airbnb hosts.
We just had a bachelor party check out of our Airbnb. Let's see how they left it so we can give them a rating. I know a lot of Airbnb hosts don't like hosting bachelor parties. I actually love it. In my experience, most of them have, come here, they drink, they have a good time. They generally leave the house in good shape and they clean up after themselves. Let's hope this isn't the exception.
We go into the main house in a second, but I always start in a golf simulator game. And right away I'm noticing some interesting stuff. So we got a pair of underwear there. We got some dirty socks there. Looks like they left a shirt. I think they just left a ton of clothing here. They left our heat pumps on, so we're going to shut that off. Shut that down.
Okay, the heat pumps, I don't know if that's like if you're paying for
Notice how this host is staying level-headed. Before even entering the property, he already made peace with the fact that the people he was hosting are having a bachelor party. So there's gonna be a lot of drinking, a lot of fun, and a lot of chaos. I mean, dude even saw some underwear and he didn't say ew or overreact.
Lights and whatnot. Overall, the rest of this place looks okay. It looks totally fine. Looks like they just left some clothes on, so I'll see if they want those and we can ship them back to them if they would like to get those items back.
Already we can tell that this is a very likable guy. He's trying to look out for his guests and ensure that they get the items that they left behind returned to them.
We're in the main house. This is living room. Looks to be in good shape. Does look like our window AC unit is still on, so I'm just going to shut that off. No problem. This is our little gym seasonal hangout space that looks to be in good shape. Going into the kitchen. This is great. I love when things like this. It's just easy for a cleaning team to get it. This all looks good so far. They even do the dishes. It's super nice and appreciated. Not necessary, but our cleaning staff really appreciates it. Checking the fridge. We got looks like a crushed case of
See, the guy is laughing, bro. He's loving it.
Good to see. Okay, going into our dining room. If you've seen my previous videos, glad to see that we've got all our chairs here. That's great. Going to the master. I'm hearing the AC, so we got a ton of clean. So definitely need to shut this one off as well. That's no big deal.
I mean, at least the house is nice and chill.
Light and lights
I have mine.
Okay, now we're down in the basement. This is our little hangout space. We've got a dartboard, a poker table, and then 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So let's check that first. So this is one of our bedrooms. It's in great shape. We'll check the bathroom. Great, easy for our cleaning folks to grab. And then in the final bedroom, again, this looks to be in very good shape.
I've noticed that he keeps on mentioning his cleaning crew, and maybe that's the difference between this host and those other hosts. They might be personally cleaning their property, so that might be why they're so grumpy and seem to take everything personal.
Now I always check our hot tub, so there is some debris in there and it looks like one of the filters is loose, so I'm going to fix that. What I don't love is just when this happens, so you've got a solo cup of ping pong, it looks like you use Zen, a cigarette, and then if I go over here, it looks like there's another Zen over there. It's not a big deal, it's going to take me like 2 seconds to clean up. It's just not super respectful to me or our cleaning staff when people kind of just chuck the stuff out next to the hot tub.
And I love that just because he isn't the one that's going to be cleaning the stuff, he still doesn't just disregard what his staff have to clean and go through.
So I'm not sure if it's going to show up super well in the video, but there are clearly some tire tracks that lead around and outside from the driveway down to the backyard. And they actually just go straight down over to there. So I'm going to speed this up, but walk down to this area because it looks like there's some type of vehicle that was driven on our lawn.
Now, I don't know if I'm just seeing things, but I do have an exterior camera here. It's meant for the back door, but it actually does catch a small portion right over here of where you have to come from the driveway up and around. So I pulled that camera footage, and I was right. So I'm going to superimpose it right here, but as you can see, there very clearly is a truck being driven around and down. I think these guys were tailgating, playing some games or whatnot, but they definitely drove a truck onto the lawn to set up some shop. I don't love this for 2 reasons. The first is obviously just if they rip the lawn. It actually looks like the lawn's okay, so I'm not upset about that. But if you were to take that truck and the weight of it and it goes over where the septic tank is or any lines that aren't super well buried down, that can cause some issues. So the fact that, I wasn't told of this, that they just kind of decided to do it, not my favorite thing.
And see, if there was ever a valid reason to be outraged, it would definitely be this, because there was potential for a lot of damage to be done. But even then, he stayed level-headed and he didn't talk down on his guests.
Now, given that there wasn't any real damage to the lawn, I'm going to say for a bachelor party group, these guys were pretty good. They left the house in decent shape. There wasn't any visible damage. And yeah, there are a few things that we need to deal with around the hot tub or in the golf simulator game room or whatnot. But that's why you pay a cleaning fee. And that's my responsibility to deal with it as an Airbnb host. So these guys, 5 out of 5 star stay. We'd love to have them back. And if you're planning a bachelor party, check us out.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago, even if you weren't driving? Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get.
Thank you for actually earning your cleaning fee and not putting unnecessary stress on your guests, especially during a time when they might be on vacation or celebrating an important life event. And now this next person might be an even better Airbnb host because he was hosting college kids. That's like playing the game on max difficulty. Let's see how he does.
We just had 10 college kids to check out our Airbnb in the Smoky Mountains here. Let's see what they did, how they left it. So right off the bat, first thing I noticed, they left charging. I don't hate that, I'm gonna take the charger. So the kitchen looks like they're hydrating goods and waters. They have a Momentum cool comfort for active lifestyle hoodie they bought. I guess they opened it here, just ready to let some off these woods. But overall, it isn't too bad. Looks like they did the dishes as we asked on the checkout instructions, so this looks pretty good, pretty well. Let's see what's in the fridge. Eggs, 18 eggs. I don't know how many are left. And it looks like some veggies. I don't really want to touch this, honestly. Freezer, some ice. That's all. Looks like they were not doing much here, so not too bad. We got some towels on the floor in the laundry room. Looks like they killed a bug or two with that one. Dryer, towels. Let's see, washer, towels also. So no clothes left, pretty good.
You can tell that these guys went into the Airbnb business knowing what they were getting themselves into, knowing that hospitality was the name of the game, and knowing how to deal with and treat human beings.
Bro, I'm used to doing
watching some Hallmark.
I'm used to doing schoolwork and just writing whatever I gotta do on my schoolwork, English papers, and just watching this guy because he's so chill. And he doesn't just like interrupt every 2 seconds. He actually lets the stuff play out. So shout out to 40 Shams. He'll be up in the credits on the video, but he's a chill dude. And I like his videos.
We've got some nostalgic college kids, gotta love it. There you go. All right, so we have 2 grills here, one there, and a fire pit. Nothing's been used. The covers are still on perfectly, so looks like they were cooking inside mostly. So looking at the hot tub here, the hot tub's been used. There's like some sand type vibe in the hot tub. Cleaners are gonna drain this and then reshock it for the next guest. All right, bedroom, master bedroom, right out there, walking the hot tub. But yep, not made. They've been slept with, which makes sense. People were enjoying some McDonald's maybe in here and some snacks. I don't know exactly what that is, but they didn't really use the consumables really. Woman in here, long hairs, yeah. So it looks like they didn't really sleep in any of the beds. Honestly, actually maybe wanted to. It looks pretty made. The same with the towels, but they did leave some 100 SPF sunscreen. It's good stuff. I might take this.
Super chill personality, seems down to earth, not taking anything personally. If anything, he seems to be enjoying all the little loot he keeps finding throughout the listing. Dude just overall has a very inviting vibe.
Another bedroom, slept in, which is good. That chair, that is not a little luggage thing. We gotta find where the chair was that went by this desk, and yeah, make sure we fix that, because this is from downstairs, and that is for right here. So this combined.
Again, why is there a chair in the corner, straight in the view of the bed? I'm not gonna say nothing, but if you know, you know.
But we'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, so this is our last bedroom in here. Unmade, slept in, that chair has been moved that way, lamp a little crooked. And then we got our desk here, another office space. That one looks good. Gotta find that chair. That's not this. And put it back up there.
And you know, the thing is, these Airbnb hosts could be faking their whole persona. They could be offended by how their properties were left. They might even be charging their guests a bunch of fees. But at least they're smart enough businessmen not to show that side of themselves online for the whole world and potential customers to see. see. Unlike other hosts, they're not self-sabotaging their own business. Seeing these reviews of their guest stays made me want to book with them. At least from what these review videos showed, they seem like cool hosts and they won't give me a hard time or try to charge me if I make a little mistake. And I think that's what all Airbnb guests are looking for. But with that being said though, if you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Follow my Twitch, my TikTok, and my Instagram. They're all linked below. I appreciate y'all for watching. For the saints for the world, I'm out. Love you.
How do we stop?
Alright, so cool video. Again, shout out to that dude. I like how he just like does the video and like doesn't yap the whole time. That was a pretty good video. It did kind of piss me off a little bit, but that's gonna be it. See you on the next one. You know what the drill is.